Okay, and we are live, coming at you from Fiercely Beautiful Salon. I'm Melissa Stewart. As many of you know, we've got Aaron Fellow. I never get the ending right. We got Chrissy Hott, we got Sarah Namkin here tonight, and there's 100 more people in the back, standing room only. You guys think I'm kidding? There really is. No, just kidding. So anyway, I hope that some people are on here now. Thank you for tuning in. This is Fiercely Driven Women here, and this is in Decatur, Illinois, and we have come together as business women to encourage one another, support one another, inspire and help all the things that we need, because it is not easy being a business owner or running a nonprofit organization, as we'll talk to Aaron about here tonight. So I'm hoping that this is the start of something amazing in our community. We are the OGs here tonight, the originals. We are the ones that will hopefully be here every time, and we will see this group grow and grow and grow. So I'm excited. We are socially distanced, so I will take my mask down and hopefully not be judged for it. So we are all 6 feet apart. What I wanted to talk about first tonight, besides hearing from you that are here tonight, is our why. In life and anything we do, you've got to know your why. I can actually remember sitting with you, Sarah, at our home bar at home that night. Do you remember that?
I do.
Yeah, we sat, this was, I don't know, years ago. I remember sitting at the home bar with Sarah, and I remember her telling us that she wanted to have a food service, food truck, meal prep service, something. And it was just a dream back then for her. And so she was working for the local hospital as a dietitian and working a 9 to 5. And she had a dream, and that's all it was at the time. And she spoke it into the existence, into the air that night. And I'll never forget it. And I can't wait to hear from her about her business, because now those dreams have come true and they are amazing. Her business has grown and flourished so much. So super excited about that. Chrissy Hott's another one, spoke her dream into existence. We're going to get to her too. So your why is very important. You have to know your why in order to get yourself up off of the couch and to leave Netflix and to put the work in, because it's hard work. I mean, Aaron knows. Aaron runs a nonprofit organization. It's hard work. Chrissy knows. We are working harder than we probably did at our 9 to 5s, right? It's hard work, so you got to know your why. I feel like your why is really important. So if any of you out there that are watching or listening, if you want to start a business, or maybe you are running a business, knowing your why is the first thing. Why do I want to do this? Why is it important to me? What do I have to offer the world? What problem do I have? What solution do I have to solve people's problems? Because that's going to drive you off the couch and to work really hard, knowing your why. My why is to use my journey and my story and my life to help people find hope, to show people that anything is possible in life. Because let me tell you, 12 years ago, I had no hope and I had nothing going for me. I had lost everything. Many of you as my friends know my story. I screwed up royally. It's kind of loud back there. We got our door open. Big truck going by. I had screwed up royally in life, and I had lost everything. I was kicked out of my church. I was, abandoned by my family. And this is not a sob story. Don't feel sorry for me. But I was pushed out and I was discarded, and I had nothing. I had no college degree. I didn't go to college. I thought I was going to be a wife and mom and a stay-at-home mom the rest of my life. I did have a license to do hair, and I'm glad that I had learned that skill. But I had no clientele, because my clientele was my church, and my church kicked me out. And so I lost my clientele. I literally had no way to make money. And no job, no place to live. I went and lived with my brother, and I had to start over from scratch. No car. Never bought a car in my life. Had to go buy my first car. Why am I telling you all of this? To tell you that there is hope for anybody in life to take themselves from where they are to something incredible. I now own 3 businesses that are all flourishing, and I'm going to make more money this year than I've ever made in my life, that I ever dreamed of making. That's not bragging. That's showing you what can be done through hard work and through both necessity. I created 2 of those businesses out of necessity. I created a house cleaning business that I now have 6 employees that work for me there. And it started with just me cleaning your house, your house. Started with little old me, and now I've got employees, and we're growing, and I'm able to employ people and give them a job in this community, and that really excites me. That's a part of my why also. So as I think about my why, I think about my journey, my life, and the hope that I can bring people, women especially, that anything is possible. No matter what you've got, what you don't have, college degree or no, we've got highly educated people in this room, and we've got not so educated people in this room, like me, highly educated over here too. Anything is possible in life. It's all about your drive and what you put into it, honestly. So what is your why? Know what your why is. My story is my why. I want to give people hope, and that gets me off the couch, and that gets me working so hard every day because I want to help people, and that's why I went into coaching. I do own this beautiful salon, and I love doing hair, and I can help people in that way, but I am working on my coaching business heavily right now because that is what I want to do for my full-time someday in the future, and so that's my why. I want to talk a little bit to those in attendance here today. Aaron, I'll start with you because it's interesting. A lot of people, I see Berdina is watching, and Kim, it's great to see you guys, because Berdina, actually, I hate to call you out, but I know you mentioned you're thinking, you know what, I feel like maybe I'm supposed to start a business, but I don't know exactly what I'm supposed to do. And that's a really fun place to be. One thing to think about, because I know she's got a great career, and so does Aaron. And I don't want to get these quotes wrong, your career doesn't have to be your calling, okay? Steve Harvey said this is a great quote. Your career is what you're paid for, but your calling is what you're made for. So you can actually work a full-time career because you make good money and you don't want to give it up, and then that career and that money allows you then to go and do what you are burning in your burning desire or your calling or your passion is or whatever to do. And I don't know that that's Aaron's story, but I know Aaron's got a similar situation in that. And Berdina says, yes, she feels it in her soul that there's more. I always tell people we're created for more. We are created for big things. So I think everybody's got more if they want to do it. And so Berdina's feeling that inside of her. And so she's hearing that calling, and she's like, what is it I'm supposed to do? Aaron, I'm going to turn the camera over here to Aaron. There she is. Aaron's a co-founder of Yoga for Cats, which is next door to me, which is so cool. We're neighbors. So Aaron's got a PhD, okay, bachelor's, master's, PhD, highly educated, and works for ADM. Great job, great career. But yet you went off and you started this. Tell us why. How'd that happen?
Yeah, well, so at ADM, I do actually love my day job. It's pretty busy and demanding there, but it was a small group of us that were volunteering at Homeward Bound Pet Shelter, and when Homeward Bound shut down, we felt that we were doing a lot of great things to not only help the shelter in general to raise money, but also bring more focus to the cats that were at the shelter. A lot of fundraising activities were focused a lot on dogs because it's just in general easier to do. My co-founder partner Jeanette Skaluba had the great idea to start a Yoga for Cats event, that's our name, where we brought adoptable cats to yoga practices to one, just for fun for the attendees, but also raise money for the adoptable cat spaces. And so we had done some volunteering in the area, but we decided and realized as we began to work more independently that there was a huge need in the community for cat rescue, and also WeTNR is our trap neuter return program. There's so many displaced cats that you can never have too many services to trap and vaccinate and neuter these animals that are not appropriate for adoption. In addition, we had a strong belief of community education. A lot of times the shelters are, they might have some programs in place, but they are also maybe too busy. And we were really progressive in our view. We want to educate people on facts about declawing your cat. I don't know, when I was growing up, declawing was something that we just did. But there's a lot of research that has been done. We want our adopters to have that information, and we want to make sure we place the pets with the right families. So going back to the story, we found this need, and we knew that even though we were a small group, a small effort, we started small, but it was helping. And now we've really grown to the point that we have our own space for storage, and once we get through the pandemic, to hold small events. And we've really grown pretty big. So it was a passion to help our customers and support the community through the work that we do to help these pets in need.
That's awesome. Yeah, and I don't know if you guys caught that. Here I am. I mean, they literally have a space next door to my salon, and it is 1,000 square feet, and it's beautiful. And this all started with just an idea. It started with women having an idea and having a why. You know, caring for cats, caring for the stray cats in the community that needed this. It started with a why. It started with probably them talking about it. They spoke it into the air, and then they just took action, and then step by step. And now they have a beautiful place. I wish y'all could see it. It's right next door, and it's gorgeous. And they have their own place now for that. And it started just as an idea. We've got two other women here that very similar stories in the fact that this one here, Sarah Namkin of Namkin Nutrition here in Decatur, she was working a 9-to-5 regular full-time job, registered dietitian, so she's got a master's degree, highly educated, making good money, secure insurance, benefits. Why in the heck would you walk away from that, Sarah? Tell us why and how, and what that was like for you.
Because I lost my mind.
She lost her mind. Yes.
I don't know, I guess with being a dietitian, a lot of times you don't get the fulfillment that you always dreamed that you would have in your job. And, you know, I would see patients over and over and over again, and I found that one thing was kind of the same between 95% of them, which is they don't have time. They lack the time to go to the grocery store, to get a plan going, to make a grocery list, to make their food. And that's, in my opinion, when it comes to our health and our nutrition, that's one of the biggest things that you can do is plan and execute that plan. And so when I went back to work full time after having my daughter, that was something that I did on the weekends, was meal prep for my family. And it helped us tremendously. And so I shared it over and over and over with my clients, and they eventually were like, could you just do that for me, please? And I'm like, well, maybe. I could probably do that. And so I kind of perfected my steps that I took to make food for my family, and I started kind of dreaming about this business idea of, well, if I can do this for myself and I know how much it helps us as a family, I feel like I could do this for other people and help those people. And so Cole and I sat down and we kind of wrote down the numbers and what it would take for me to take this step, and a building happened to become available. That was the building that we had been talking about for 2 years and planning.
Coincidence,
and,
right?
Yeah, coincidence.
No, not really. Destiny.
And basically, you know, we had this business plan on paper, and Cole basically said to me, you either do it or you stop talking about it. And I was like, well, shit.
I guess I better.
Okay, so I did.
I love that.
We pulled the trigger, and I just can't imagine if I had not done that. You know, it's just so many rewards, just all of the fulfillment that I didn't have in my hospital job is what I have now. And yeah, there's a lot more stress, and it's, you know, pretty much 24 hours a day I feel like I'm on, but I also, the pros of that just greatly outweigh any of the cons.
It feels less like work when it's something that you
It
feel
does.
you are. And I want to add this because I want to point out two things that you said that were really good. you saw a need, you saw a problem that people have, and you knew that you could fill that need with something that you're skilled and good at, something that you've been doing yourself. That's what starting a business is. Starting a business is knowing that there is a need that people have, and knowing that you can fill that need, and that you feel that calling to do it. Or like Aaron, even if it's not a job or career, seeing a need in the community and knowing that you can fill that need because you have that compassion, because you have that desire. And that's what starting a business is. So those of you that are thinking like, I would love to have my own business. I don't even know what I would do. You know, when you do land on the idea, it's like you'll know it, because it will keep you up at night. It'll burn in you. That night you sat and told me about that. It was something you probably thought about often. Yeah. You know?
Yeah. Well, I talked to several friends about it, and even now they're like, do you remember when we talked about that at your house that one night? And I'm like, oh yeah, I pretty much told everybody what I wanted to do.
Okay, and I love that, because one thing, my husband, which he's not watching because he's busy tonight, but but his sister's watching. Hi, Mindy. One thing Mike says to me sometimes, he'll be like, you get an idea and you just start talking to everybody about it. And he's like, stop talking about it. And like, let's see, you know, like if we can first make it happen. And I said to Mike, and he actually saw my logic, I said, when you start talking about it, it becomes real. And you put it almost into the universe. And I also find on a not so woo-woo level, because that's woo-woo, right? You put it into the universe and the universe makes it happen, right? I know that's kind of like woo-hoo, weird. I believe it though. But also on a non-woo-woo level, when you start talking to people about it, opportunities pop up. Someone might say, hey, I know a building down here that would be perfect for that. Or I know a whatever that would be perfect for this. Or I know someone who would actually hire you. If you start talking about it, opportunities arise. And every business that I've started and every client that I've ever received is because I've talked about what I do. I'm a life and a health coach. You know, I own a salon. I own a cleaning business. When I do people's hair right here, I just say, yeah, I also own a cleaning business. I'm also a life coach. You know, I talk about what I do, and I talk about my ideas and my dreams, and people are like, oh, wait, let me help you with that, because I know an opportunity for you. So I like that you were talking about it. It becomes real when you do that. I also want to talk to Chrissy Hot. She's looking hot tonight. Chrissy Hot. I know, I'm already sweating. We're already sweating now. Okay, I put my mask back on because my friends here are so good. They're wearing their masks still, even though we're social distance, so I'm trying to be good. Okay, Chrissy Hot. This girl right here, this is exciting because this is new for her. I'm going to let you, yeah. This girl just left her 9 to 5. I'm going to let you tell it. Go ahead.
All right. So I started Color Me Happy back in 2015, actually, but I started it because I had lost my job. I was a single mom. I used to sell Rhodian and Peels on the side also. But when I was a single mom, you know, in my first house, I wanted to have nice furniture and stuff like that, but I could not afford to go to Pottery Barn or wherever and get like, you know, a nice table. So I actually have a bachelor's from Millikan in art, but luckily my mom worked there, so I got free tuition because at this point I feel like I didn't really need it, because I think you have to work hard, and through life experience you kind of gain that kind of thing. But so I started just painting stuff for myself, and then whenever I lost my job, I just moved in with my now husband, and I was terrified to be a burden on anybody, you know, because I didn't have a kid and I wasn't getting child support or any financial help at all. And so I started flipping furniture for people on the side, and luckily social media is here, and I just built my business on Facebook, and you know, got a following doing that, but it was always just a side thing. And then every job that I've pretty much taken since I got divorced has been like an assistant type job, or to where I was someone's bitch for cussing, right?
I guess we are.
And now that
That's
I look
fine.
at it, it's like I can tell that it's because I've always struggled with not having faith in myself and low self-esteem and thinking I couldn't do things. And we can get into my story another day because it's long, but so when COVID hit, I actually had been working for my husband's family, who they're great, they're fine and everything, but we weren't working. So I was at home, and everybody's at home, and then they're like, I need this redone, I want to do this, can you paint this? And because you're sitting there looking at your
Everybody
house.
redid their house.
Yeah,
I did.
and you're like, I hate my table all of a sudden. It's been here for 8 years or whatever.
Yep.
So I got really busy, and then when it was time to go back to work, I thought I was gonna have a breakdown because I did not want to go back because I just realized from being home how much I like being home. And I mean, I do have a daughter, and she's my wife, but there's more to that too. And we have a handicapped dog, so she's a lot of maintenance, and me being able to be home with her was a huge help. And so I took a job for a little bit. Melissa and I had talked, and we kind of I had done a couple coaching sessions with you, and
We did two.
Yeah.
We did 2 coaching sessions.
I was poor.
And
well, my husband's, I'm not poor, my husband's a big budgeter. So, which thank
he
God.
loves the budget.
He loves the budget, but thank God because I love to spend, so it's good.
Yeah, it works out nicely.
But, I mean, I remember bawling my eyes out, telling Melissa, I think I'm going to have a breakdown. I hate this, I hate this, I hate this. I was e-learning a new job, stuck in my black painted guest bedroom, not leaving, not getting any sunlight, and I'm an introvert, so I'm used to not really getting a lot of social contact, but I was like, I feel stupid, I don't know what I'm doing, but I didn't have the faith in myself to go do this full time. And then after talking to you a few times and listening to a lot of Gary Vee, then I was like, okay, I can do this. And at first my husband said, I don't think you can. And then he saw how miserable I was, and I did. And now it's been, I'm really, really busy. So
She's killing it. Yeah,
what do you
you're
call it? Overwhelmed.
positively overwhelmed is what we call it.
It's a good thing.
As business owners, we get overwhelmed with everything we have to do, but it's a good thing. It's a good thing because when you're a business owner and you're overwhelmed by work, it's because people want you. It's because people want your food, people want your products. People have too many cats, and that is a problem in this community. People need their house cleaned, people need their hair done, and people need a coach. It's a good problem to be overwhelmed when you're a business owner because you are overwhelmed by work because people want you. I remember when Chrissy sent me the text. She sent me the text saying I'm quitting my job. I was her coach. I was like, "You're quitting your job? Like I didn't tell you to do that, I coached her in self-belief and overcoming her limiting doubts. And I did coach her in some specific, we talked a lot about, if you were to quit your job, how much money do you need to make this work in your household? How much does that break down in each of your businesses? Because she does sell skincare, and she does do this other stuff. So how much money do we need to make in all these businesses? How much do you make now, and how much more do we need to make? Because that's what it takes. It takes figuring it out. That's what you and Cole did. When you quit a job and you go, you're like, well, let's break it down, and let's make this realistic. What do I need to do? How many people? One thing I've been learning with all of my coaching that I'm in right now, because listen, everybody needs a coach. I'm a coach, and I get coached on the regular. But one of the things I'm learning in my coaching right now is that we don't need more money, we need more people. And all of us, in everything that we do, we need more people. It's not that we need more money, we just need more, because that's what we're here to do. We're here to help people and cats. I got to keep tying this into you.
We
But-
help people learn more about cats.
Yes, and that's true, actually. You've actually taught me a lot. I feel
Cat
terrible that I declawed my cat now. Ever since that conversation we had, I'll never forget it that night. No wonder my cat's a jerk. And Mindy Morgan, if you're still on here, you know my cat's a jerk. So if you're thinking about starting a business, or if you are running a business right now, remember your why. Remember why you're doing it. And that's going to help you continue to work hard, and it's going to feel less like work, and it's going to feel more like your passion. Stay focused on that. Otherwise, you will want to quit. I'm going to go really quickly because I grew up in a Baptist church, and I know what it's like to have a pastor get up there and preach forever. Sorry if any of you are Baptists on here. I don't see any Baptists. Amanda, hey Chrissy, Amanda Anderson says hi. I grew up in a Baptist church, and the Baptist pastors sometimes are long-winded. And I can remember like a kid like thinking, come on, dude, land the plane. Like, we get it. You know, don't be the dead horse, please. So I'm going to fly through this, but I just want to be an encouragement to everybody tonight. For those of you that are thinking about starting a business, those of you who are running a business, and those of you who are maybe running a side gig that dream of making it your full gig or just growing it. There's 4 mental shifts, and these are super important. To me, they're the main 4 mental shifts that are needed for massive action in our business in order for us to see things go to another level. Or in our nonprofit. We can use this in everything. The number one thing, and this is the number one thing, prepare yourself to get ready to play. Prepare yourself mentally to get ready, because your attitude determines your altitude. You're only going to go as far as you believe you can go. If you don't believe you can do it, guess what? You're not going to do it. In fact, I think it's Henry Ford says, whether you believe you can or whether you believe you can't, you're right. So literally, whatever it is, and whoever's listening to this, even if it's not about business, this can be about your health. This can be about your relationship goals. This can be about your life, your career. Maybe it's your career or a promotion that you're seeking. You can apply this in any area of your life. If you don't believe you're capable of doing it, you're not going to do it. That is number one. You have to prepare yourself mentally and believe that you can. Do you guys realize that the only limits that we actually have in life are the limits that we have put on ourselves? We don't have limits in this life. The only limits we have are those that we have put on ourselves because of what we've told ourselves our whole life, or what we've been told. Chrissy says, amen, sister. Many of us have been told growing up from this tall. We all had different upbringings. We all had different situations in life. Everybody's got a story. Many of us were told, you can't do that. Or maybe they didn't say it directly, but they never made you feel like you were capable. They questioned you. So we question ourselves. It's natural to do that. But when you start to believe that you are capable of big things, now get this, your mind starts to go to work to prove those things to be true. And so you start subconsciously doing the very actions to prove that you are capable of big, massive, huge things, whatever goal it is in life that you have. If you believe that you can do it and you can see yourself doing it, your mind subconsciously goes to work to prove it. 2 ways that I do this, this has really helped me, because I'm telling you right now, I was a person who didn't believe 1 iota in myself. Like I told you, I had no hope 12 years ago. I lost everything. I thought I was a piece of crap. I hated myself. And I had nobody there hardly to help me. But one thing that's helped me the last year or so, especially because I've been involved with coaching, is I write my goals every day. So whatever your goals are personally, professionally, whatever your goals are in your business, this is proven through research that those who write their goals down are 40% more likely to reach their goals. It is a huge difference. When you start writing those down every day, and you start every day writing down your goals, your subconscious begins to accept that they're possible. And then what's even more powerful is when you start to talk about them, when you start to say them out loud. So whatever it is that you want to do or dreaming of doing, it could be anything. If you start to write these things down, now this may sound crazy, but I write mine down twice a day. And you can ask Mike, because he sees me doing this every morning when he comes downstairs, and he sees me doing this right before I go to bed. I write them down twice a day. Same goals, over and over and over. I got a book, I've filled it page after page, goals. But guess what? I have to change those goals from time to time. Why? Because I hit them. You can go back and look at my goal book and see I was nailing them. So guess what? It's time to raise them. It's time to make the goals bigger or different. We all change. We go through seasons. Maybe that used to be my goal, and now it's like, I don't want to do that. I want to do this instead. We change. We adapt. So I write down my goals every day, and then I do affirmations. Affirmations are huge. If you struggle with self-limiting beliefs and you don't believe that you're capable of doing things, maybe you don't even realize that you struggle in that way. But most of us do. Affirmations are huge. So I write down affirmations, or I say them out loud every day. Right now I have an affirmation that I say every single day, and it is, there is no limit to the opportunities that I have in my coaching business. Because my cleaning business and my salon, it's easy to grow. People want their house cleaned, people want their hair done, but people don't realize they need a coach. You know, coaching has been around for a long time, but my God, people still don't realize they need a coach. And so it's not easy getting clients for coaching. This is what coaching is right here. And this is what I need. I get, like I told you guys, and I'll talk about it right before I close here in a little bit, I get coaching all the time, and coaching is what helps you get over your self-limiting doubts, and it keeps you focused. And so I write down all the time, because my coaching business is not the easiest to grow. I write down there's no limit to it, and I dream big about it. I know that I'm going to be used in a big way to coach and to help people. But I say it out loud every day into the universe, and it's really been helping because I'm actually starting to believe it. That's why I did this. I didn't care how many people showed up tonight. I did this because I know that I got to get in front of people, and I want to help people, and I want to form this community, and this is going to help people, and that's why I do what I do, is to give people hope and to help. So that's why I did this. I'm starting to believe in myself more. Number 2, you have to aim. When you aim, you are focused. So whatever it is you're wanting to do, you have to have an aim. You have to have something to focus on. If you aim at nothing, you'll hit it every time. Zig Ziglar. If you aim at nothing, you're going to nail it every freaking time, right? And that's a big problem for people. They're not aiming at anything. They're just willy-nilly going through the day. If you're a business owner, you can't willy-nilly go through the day. You have to focus. The biggest tool that we have for our focus, I believe, is our calendar. And this has been huge for me lately. And I won't get too deep into this because I'll probably get into this in the future through other webinars and other coaching that I plan to do. But the calendar has been a big tool for me. I block my calendar out, and I block it out every night before I go to bed. So guess what? When I wake up in the morning, all I have to do is follow my calendar. It's already blocked. It's done. If you own a business, or you want to own a business, or you want to be more productive in life, or you want to manage your time better, if you're one of those people that at the end of the day, you look back and you're like, God, I didn't get anything done. Like, I felt like I did crap all day. I was so busy, but I felt like I didn't do anything. I didn't get anything done. If you feel that way, I used to feel that way, and sometimes I still have days like that. Chrissy. If you feel that way, you are not managing your calendar. Your calendar, your time is taking control of you. You're not taking control of your time. So this is huge. Blocking your calendar the night before when it's all fresh in your mind. What do I got to do tomorrow? What's important? What are my priorities? Blocking your calendar. I do it every night. Grant Cardone, who I love, Grant Cardone, one of the best businessmen and salesmen in the country, or probably the world, says the white space on your calendar is the devil's playground. If you have white space on your calendar, that's the devil's playground, because that means you're not going to get anything done worth anything during that time, right? And as a business owner, we don't have time for that crap. We gotta get crap done, right? My coach, Ken Jocelyn, my business coach, who has helped me so much this last year, says you're only as good tomorrow as the action that you take today. Number 3, take a shot. Stop planning and take a freaking shot. Those of you, Berdina, if you're still on here, whoever, those of you that want to do something, and maybe not Berdina because this is so new for you, but as a business owner, as an aspiring business owner, take a shot. Stop planning. My God. And I used to do this. Oh, I can't be a coach till I have my website. I have to have my website. I have to have my business cards. I have to have my logo. No, oh my gosh. Go and coach. Just coach somebody, for God's sakes. Go save a cat. I mean, come on. Like, you don't have to have all this. You guys started without a place. Yep. They were storing cat food in a storage room, or probably in your living room.
My basement.
Your basement. Just get started. Stop planning and just do it. Take a shot. Shooters, shoot. Okay? In basketball, a shooter shoots. But guess what? He doesn't make it every time. And this is the important part about number 3 that I want you guys that are listening to remember. Don't be afraid of failing. Don't be afraid of failing. Because failure is part of the process of success. They go hand to hand. You can't have success without failure. In anything. In your health journey, in your business, in your relationship. If you're going to take risks and you're going to step out and do something, you're going to fail. You're going to fall on your face. Things aren't going to work. You're going to lose money. You're going to look back and go, that was dumb. And you're going to go, God, why did I do that? But guess what? It's not failure. It's learning. You learn from it.
Yep. We have a lot of policies, right?
Okay.
And sometimes you'll read them and you'll go through and you'll say, like, why the heck is this thing here? Yeah. And it's always because there was something that happened.
Yes.
That triggered that. A lot of them are pretty, obvious and make sense. But every once in a while you'll read something that's like, number 14. And it's like, what the hell? It is because it has happened.
It has happened.
You learn, you change, you adjust policies, you adjust your procedures to mitigate the unforeseen risks that you can't plan for.
Yes.
But as long as you're learning, you're successful.
That was a scientist talking there for a moment. It just comes out of her every once in a while. It's like an experiment, right?
Yes.
Sometimes it's going to work and sometimes it's not. But it's all for the betterment. It's always for the betterment. Don't look at your failures. Even my life, 12 years ago, oh my God, I fell flat on my face. I'm thankful for everything I've learned. Even then, I do not shame myself or guilt myself anymore. I used to. I don't do that anymore. I cast that out and I don't do that anymore, and I believe in myself. But it's all for the betterment. You learn from that. If you worry about missing and failing, you're going to be paralyzed by fear, and you're never going to take action. Well, I don't want to start the business because what if it doesn't work? What if no one wants to buy my product? What if you'd have done that, Sarah? All the people that are now have meals when they come home from work, what if you'd have said, what if nobody buys it? What if there's too much competition? Who's going to do this? What if my meals suck? If you'd have been...
I did say all those things.
And you did say all those things. And that's part of the process. We all have fear. The difference is you can't let fear stop you. You go ahead and you go forward with it. And you just plan for it. My God, we're going to fail. You plan for it. Go ahead and just plan for it. Going to fail. Going to look stupid. Fail forward. That's what John Maxwell says. John Maxwell says, fail forward. Because if you are failing, it means that you actually are taking steps forward. And so you're moving forward progression. And that's what we need as business owners, as people. Forward progression always stepping forward. Every level that your business scales up, you will experience failure, and they will probably get even bigger. So if you want to level your business up, okay, be ready for bigger failures. Sharon Lechter, great author, she co-authored Rich Dad, Poor Dad, excellent book, by the way, and also 3 Feet from Gold. She co-authored that, I believe. You need motion, not magic. Everybody's like, well, I need to know, exactly what to do to start my business. Maybe I'll talk to a few people. It's not magic. It's not some secret. It's motion. Get moving. You start your business, you freaking start your business. You just do it, right? Confidence comes from taking action. I love this. How do you get confident? Well, I don't want to be confident. I'm nervous. The only way to do it, nobody gets confidence on the sideline of a game, watching everybody else play. They get confidence when they go in there and they do it. I was scared to death to play the piano at my church up on that stage because they're really good up there, and I didn't think I was really good. But now that I go up there, I have confidence because I've been up there doing it. I built zero confidence from years of sitting in the pew and watching those people sing and play. I built zero confidence sitting in that pew. I built all my confidence by going up there and playing and being up there with them. What action do you need to take in your life and in your business right now? Ask yourself that. I'm sure each one of you can think about what action do you know is nudging you right now that you need to take to level up, to move forward, to do something different. You've already thought of it. It's an idea. What is it that you got to do to level up or to take it to a new level or to move forward or progress in your life or in your business? Do it. Take action. And then, once you take action, finally, number 4, and I'll be done, practice, practice, practice. You take your shot, but you got to keep doing it every single day. You got to get reps in. Every day you got to get up and you got to do it again over and over and over and over again. A lot of business growth comes from the daily, small, boring, menial tasks that we do on a day-to-day basis. Cutting onions. You hated those salads, the whatever that one salad. Like, oh my God, please don't tell me I got to do that. They're so good. A lot of business growth comes from boring, menial tasks that I do every freaking day. When you see somebody in life that you haven't seen in a while and they lost a bunch of weight and you're like, dang, she looks good. Or you see somebody whose business, like maybe you look at me and you're like, God, Melissa's businesses this year, holy smokes. Just like overnight, like an overnight success. Guess what? It's not. Neither was that person who lost all that weight. Neither was that person who all of a sudden did this or did that. You're not seeing the day-to-day, boring, consistent stuff that they did. You're not seeing the behind the scenes. You're just seeing the big reveal. But every day those people put in the time. They just chipped away, chipped away, chipped away. Every day in my business, these are things that I have to do. They're not flashy. They're not sexy. I get tired of posting on social media. I get tired of commenting on people's things. I get tired of making connections and networking with people and stuff I don't know. And sometimes you're just like, I don't feel like being on Instagram today. But that's the kind of stuff, because if you are running a business, you don't need more money, you need more people, and you got to build relationships. People give money to people that they trust. So if you are running a business and you are trying to build a business, build relationships. I had a homeowner call me today who had shorted us money on accident. He felt really bad. We cleaned his house. Old guy. And I didn't feel like talking to him. You know, it was just like, it's a long conversation. It's hard to talk to him. I took my time and I slowed down and I talked to him. And I asked him what he was doing for Thanksgiving. He's probably going to be alone. I invited him to come to my house. I don't think he will. But long story short, I talked to him as a human and I slowed my day down and I said, Melissa, forget about what you have to do today. Talk to this man and show him compassion. And I could hear his voice change and I could hear the way he felt. And he said, thank you very much. That man is probably unlikely to cancel my cleaning service anytime soon. Why? Because I was a human to him. I showed him a relationship. These are the things that we do in business every day that nobody sees. And that's what builds business. And that's what keeps our businesses going. My business coach, Ken Jocelyn, says, think incremental, not monumental. Small baby steps every day that you take in your business consistently over time. They compound, just like compound interest. They're small, but over time, it's doing those same things consistently, and it's doing it over time. That time is what multiplies it into something big, and that's when you see big results. It's not one big thing that you do in business. You know, yours has been built slowly over time just by doing this, adding this, trying this. You know, it's just small things like that. Following up with customers, engaging with them, social media posts, boring stuff that we get tired of, but that's what it is. Why did I create Fiercely Driven Women? Because I understand how important community is. Community is everything. When I went into COVID, you all know I'm a salon owner. I was off work for 11 weeks. And so I stayed at home for 11 weeks. I've been working since I was 15 years old. I didn't know what it was like to stay home and do nothing other than when I had babies, which ain't doing nothing. But I went into COVID in March of this year, and I remember telling people, my husband and my friends, I said, I'm going to go through this, and I'm going to use this to make my businesses bigger and better. And I started networking, and I got into a community. They're called Grow Stack Drive, by the way. I will put a shout out for them. GSD, Grow Stack Drive, with my business coach, Ken Jocelyn. They have been incredible to me. It's a group of like 30 of us. We're the OGs of that group. And that group there, community is everything because they support you, they encourage you, they help you through challenges, they give you ideas. That's why I created this. And we're a small group right now, but my dream and my goal is for us to grow and we grow. And you not only just help business women in our communities and surrounding areas, but to inspire young women, my daughter, your daughter, to inspire young women to just branch out and not be afraid to do whatever they dream of, whatever it is, to give people hope and to believe in themselves. And that's what community does. Community helps you to overcome your own self-limiting beliefs because we believe in each other. I think you're freaking awesome. And I think you're freaking awesome, and I think you're freaking awesome. There's so much admiration in this room because we understand what it's like. Why are we not communing together and helping one another? We can learn from each other what works and what doesn't work. And that's why community is important. I don't know if any of you right now currently are involved in any other communities that you would want to share that have helped you, but I will share that my community, the GSD, through Ken Jocelyn, has been a big help to me. And I hope that Fiercely Driven Women will be a help to you guys. And I hope that we can really use this to help people. That is what I really wanted to bring to you guys today. I do want to invite everyone that is listening. We've still got people listening online. Thank you so much for joining us. And those of you, I plan to have a free webinar on not this Sunday, but the following Sunday. And I really want to talk about just making this next year amazing. I'm going to call it a no-fail new year. How to have a no-fail new year. So I think it's November 29th. There's no November 29th, is there? What's not this Sunday, but next Sunday? Thanks, Chrissy will find that out for me.
November 29th.
Is it? There's a 29th. Okay, thank you.
There's
So,
a 30th too.
There's a 30th of November. It's February. That's goofy. Thanks. See? I told you I didn't go to college.
There's no November 31st.
Okay, there's no 31st. Thank you. I knew it was weird in some way. Okay, November 29th, Sunday. I'll announce and I'll spread it to social media. I don't know what time yet, but I want to have a webinar, free webinar for people to come, and how to have a no-fail new year. Let's go. Everybody's like, freaking 2020, are you done already? My God. You know, hey, 2020's been good for me just because I was intentional. I told you guys, I went into it on March and I said, I'm going to blow up my businesses. And they've all doubled, tripled, grown in revenue size. I mean, I just freaking blew them up. And one of them was closed. So, you know, like being intentional was really important. But we're all sick of 2020. I mean, I'm sick of it now because here we are. We're going through another shutdown. And it's like, really? Here we go again. Are you kidding me? And we're all affected by this. We're all affected by this. So, no fail. No, new year. I want to go into this new year and I want to help everybody make sure that we go into this thing strong and we just take it. We take it by the reins and we take control of the year. It does not control us. It doesn't matter who the president is. It doesn't matter if there's COVID, no COVID, vaccine, no vaccine, riots, whatever. You are in charge of your own life. You are the only one that you can control. And I will not let anything else control my situation, my businesses, or my life. So, join me on November 29th. I will have details for that on Sunday. We'll try to put it around football so nobody's put out by that, since everybody watches football on Sunday.
What's that?
But what's football, Chrissy says. Anybody here in attendance have anything that they want to say before we close this meeting today? I'm curious what everybody would hope they could get from Fiercely Driven Women or what this could mean to the community, this group here. Anybody want to say anything?
I could say that when you touched on community, like, I know in my previous life, I was surrounded by a lot of people who said, you're worthless, you'll never do anything, blah, blah, blah. So that's where the whole low self-esteem part came from. And then once I started hanging out with people and, you know, the different things that I do, you know, Rodan Fields, I have a team that is very inspiring. And then I also have, like, my Color Me Happy customers that have become friends and family that, like, you know, putting yourself out there and being around people like us and, you know, them that, like, it is who you surround yourself with. You will believe in yourself and you'll feel okay doing scary things when you have people that are behind you saying, it's okay if you fail because we're right here, but we think you can do a great job, you know, or whatever. So
Sometimes we lack courage, but we can get courage from other people. One of my favorite quotes I didn't even say tonight was, get in the room with people who think bigger than you do. It's one of my coach's favorite quotes. One of my coach's favorite quotes. I don't know if I said that right. And that's why I'm here. Get in the room with people who think bigger than you do. If you want to do something big in life, you've got to get around people who think bigger than you do. What do they say? You're like the average of the 5 people that you spend most of your time with. There's really something to that. And it's okay if you hang out with some people who maybe are, you know, maybe not thinking as big as you do. But I think that we need heavy doses of being around people who have big dreams and goals and are not afraid to take bold and audacious moves in life. Bradina says, thank you so much, Melissa. You and everyone in the room is so inspiring. Also, it was great to see you, Aaron and Sarah. Speaking of people, I literally have a friend messaging me right now about your cleaning service. See? We are growing. Tidy Up by Melissa. Check us out. We are growing. That, yes. And coaching. If anybody needs a coach, everyone should have a coach. I think everyone needs a cat. You need a cat and food and their furniture done.
Can we talk about coaching?
Yeah, let's talk about coaching.
So I will be open and tell you that, you know, like, I've struggled with mental health issues and blah, 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 and self-doubt, that sort of thing. So I've gone to counseling. I've gone to a lot of things. But honestly, coaching gave me, like, an answer. Like, here's what you, like, it gave me, I'm at a loss for words, but, like, here's what you should do. Here's action. Whereas counseling is more listening. So I feel everyone, you know, some might benefit from counseling, but a lot might benefit from coaching.
Coaching's a little bit more interactive. There's a lot of brainstorming and there's like focus and more guidance and things like that. Ultimately, I always want you to do what you want to do.
Right.
As a coach, I don't want to tell you what to do, but I'm definitely going to help
Nobody
you with.
tells me what to do. No.
You're like, nobody tells me. But, you know, there's a lot of guidance and there's a lot of, it gives you direction and focus when you're not sure where to start.
Yeah. A lot of us lost people need direction.
Yeah, and I don't want to make this an advertisement for my coaching, for those of you listening, but if you do want to start a business or if you do have a business, you want to grow it, I can coach on those things. I can help. So if you want to go to a new level and you need help, I can coach on those things. Or if not me, find a coach. Seriously, if not me, find a coach. Coaches are very valuable. They've been very valuable to me. But anything else from Aaron or Sarah?
I think I would just point back out to a couple of the things that you said, like the small steps. And maybe for some, it's not jumping right in and starting a business or starting an independent, like a whole nonprofit. Maybe you want to get some smaller experience with leadership in a different form, and that can come through volunteering. That can come through getting a job working for a small independent business, or serving as a board member for an organization like Yoga for Cats. So there's lots of opportunities to take those small steps before you take the leap to split off on your own. And volunteering or serving as a board member, those are really great things that you can do outside of your current job, where you don't feel like you're losing any stability or anything like that. And you feel really rewarded for doing that kind of work. So lots of opportunities there.
That's great. Thank you, Erin. That's a really good point. Sarah, you got anything for us?
I don't even think you guys cover everything.
Sarah says she doesn't have anything for us. She says, come get food. What you got cooking this week, Sarah?
Well, next week is all cookies, monster cookies, and a keto pumpkin mousse. So there aren't any meals next week, unfortunately.
Well, it's Thanksgiving week, so
Yeah, Thanksgiving.
everybody's got to make their own stuff. I
Yeah.
mean, gee whiz.
Yeah.
Come on, guys. Get in the kitchen for once.
Yeah.
Leave Sarah alone.
Macros, or how do you?
Yeah, everything is on the package. You'll get caloric information, carbohydrates, fat, protein. But every week I try to have 2 meals that are keto friendly and 2 meals that are just balanced. So they do have carbohydrates in the other 2 meals, but I don't have any meals that are high carbohydrates. So I have 4 dinner meals every week, and then 1 breakfast or snack option. And that breakfast or snack option may or may not be keto friendly. And with the keto meals, it's not because I necessarily think that keto is, the end all be all of diets, but I know that it's very popular for a lot of people, and so that's why I offer it, because you've got diabetics. Yeah.
Tell everybody, Sarah, how they can find you.
So my website is www.namkinnutrition.com. I'm also on Facebook, Namkin Nutrition, and then Instagram is SB Namkin. And I'm located in Mount Zion off of 121, right across the street from Causes. So
Awesome.
Yep.
And you post your stuff each week on there, and they can order
Yep.
through online and then do pickup and all that good stuff.
Yep, every Tuesday.
Chrissy, tell us where we can find you for Color Me Happy.
So Color Me Happy is on Facebook as Color Me Happy 217, like our area code, and then on Instagram it's just at Color Me Happy, and
So if you got furniture that needs redone, I mean, you go to the secondhand stores, find an old piece of furniture. Chrissy can make it look however you want to make it. She can distress it. She can make it look new, make it look old.
And I can, you find something in Pottery Barn magazine or whatever it is, I can make your end table look like that.
Super talented. She redid my kitchen table, and we freaking love it. She did our chairs too. Awesome. Erin, tell us about Yoga for Cats. Where can we find you guys?
We're on Facebook, Instagram, and our website is yogaforcats.com. Yoga number 4 cats. Facebook and Instagram are all at Yoga for Cats. And then our space is right next to Fiercely Beautiful Salon. We are by appointment only. No cash for cats on premises. So
Yeah, so
don't even bother.
Don't break in. Yeah, I was hoping there'd be cats on the premises when I heard you guys were moving in. I was like, oh, I hope you can look through the window and see. They got some great pictures in the window.
We're
but-
we're foster based.
And I can be found on Instagram. Yep. Tidy Up for Melissa. Yeah, Tidy Up by Melissa. That's my name. Cleaning company. Coach Mel Coach. I'm actually Mel Coach on Instagram. My company is going to be called Coach Mel for health coaching, life coaching. If you need a coach, holler at me. Or Fiercely Beautiful Salon. I like the word fiercely, as if you guys couldn't tell. Fiercely Beautiful Salon, 3719 East William Street Road in Decatur. We've got amazing booth runners here. We do pedicures, manicures, and we do all the hair services and all that good stuff. So come visit us out here. Thank you for tuning in. We actually had people here all throughout the evening. I appreciate you guys tuning in. This was really fun for me. If you missed it, I don't know, is this stuff saved? Can people watch this? You can go back and watch it.
It'll load when
It'll load when I'm done. Okay. Yeah, I'm still learning Facebook. But thank you guys for tuning in. We are going to have our next one December the 20th. We're going to do December the 19th, Saturday. I think we're going to try a Saturday late morning. And it'll probably all be virtual, maybe. Maybe we'll try virtual next time. And I think we'll all be shut down anyway. So we'll be on Zoom. So I'll be posting about that. But 4 weeks from now, we're going to try to get more women, and we'll do a Zoom call, and then we'll have like the Hollywood Squares going on so we can see everybody. That'd be fun. So let's do that. So we'll do a Zoom call on December the 19th, Saturday, I think is what I just saw the date was. More information on that. Not this Sunday, but next Sunday. Free webinar with me on how to have a no-fail new year. I'm excited to bring that to you guys. We're going to make 2021 a freaking amazing year. We're going to crush it. And I hope we can see some new businesses start up and some existing businesses thrive. So thanks, everybody. You guys have a good night. And we'll catch you next time. And we'll try to figure out how to turn this off. Got it.